Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Sagittarius, April 10, 2025. Your desire to do something about regrets or outworn patterns of relating with others is increasing. After over 3 weeks of retrograde movement, Mercury turns direct today, and you'll begin to see some forward motion in recent endeavors that have stalled. Watch for confusing instructions and putting your foot in the mouth today, but expect more straightforward communications going forward. This will be even more obvious after Venus turns direct on the 12th. As such, easing back into things is best since none of this is immediate. Be particularly vigilant with relationships, business, and finances. Even so, these very same things are set to clear up, move forward, and unblock in the coming days and weeks. Delays also lift regarding educational, travel, or publishing efforts. While it's not a great time to focus on details, you're likely to pick up on some inspiration. One of the most solemn days of 2025 is here for you to face. However, by being grounded, balanced, and honest, you can persevere and even grow from this. Sweet Venus, our lesser benefic and the planetary ruler of pleasure and marriage, will unite in exact conjunction with icy Saturn, the great taskmaster, now orbiting in the depths of your solar house of intimacy and sexuality. You and a partner could feel like you're just not on the same page and that your needs are not being met. You are likely to feel the need to take a step back and focus on bandaging your bruises before you proceed forward timidly again. Get your finances together. The past few weeks may have hit you where it hurts. You may have put a pause on professional opportunities if you did not have the financial power to invest in these opportunities. For example, you may have had to pull out of a class if you could not afford it. Although this has been financially tough, you have had a chance to reconsider what you invest in your professional journey. As of today, you should know what you want to afford to do when Mercury stations direct in Pisces. The planetary alignment gives you the opportunity to bring the exotic into your life. Remember that other cultures can give us insight into ourselves that can light up our lives. Whatever exotic means to you, give it a try. Try to stimulate at least 3 of your senses with something new: taste, sound, smell, etc. The NEW does not need to disturb the things that give your life structure and regularity. Stick to your usual dietary boundaries while welcoming new ingredients and flavors into your kitchen. This can be an excellent day for you to do some serious thinking. With the presence of a vibration, a more contemplative and even introspective mood is quite common. This can steer you toward taking a good long look at your life, the relationships in it, and where you are heading. You will find it easier to gauge whether you are moving in the right direction or not, and to think of strategies that can help you along. The moon's return to Leo each month is always a valuable chance to check in and become more emotionally and intuitively engaged and aware. This is always going to be a valuable chance to get a feel for any cosmic shifts since the moon was here 4 weeks ago and the impact. While this last visit before Mars, the planet of passion and the warrior planet of the cosmos, returns in 11 days, is a chance to start lining up for some more empowered times ahead. Already there has been a noticeable shift to the playful, creative, and adventurous side of life's fence. A week after Neptune, the planet of hopes and dreams, return to an adventurous part of your chart, he moves into a friendly aspect to the asteroid Juno, the queen of commitment, a day before she is due to move into her final week in your romantic sector tomorrow. This alignment will not only remain tight until Juno retrogrades back out, but will tighten, with a dreamy mix of romance, adventure, and nostalgia, strengthening your resolve to make the most of the doors open to the past and second chances. Sagittarius, your spirit needs expansion. Your quote of the day: "The sky isn't the limit, it's the invitation." Your color of the day is sky blue, open and optimistic. Lucky numbers: 3, 9, 23. A new idea or path may call your name, don't ignore it. Travel, learning, or big picture thinking will energize you. Share your thoughts, they're more valuable than you realize. Let go of old fears about being too much. Our eyes in the sky. Let's take a deep breath and welcome the energy of April 11, 2025. Today feels like one of those moments where the universe invites you to slow down just enough to notice something you might have missed, a shift, a sign, a subtle sense that something is ready to change or open up. No matter where you are on your journey, this reading is here to meet you gently, like a conversation with an old friend who sees you clearly. Let's step into this space together and see what the cards have to say. The first card that comes forward today is the Eight of Cups, a powerful symbol of emotional evolution. This card often appears when something you once deeply cared about no longer feels aligned, and the time has come to move forward even if the path ahead isn't completely clear. It doesn't always mean walking away in a dramatic way. Sometimes it's simply the quiet decision to let go of a mindset, a pattern, or an expectation that's been weighing on you. It's the moment you stop pretending something still fits when it really doesn't. And while that kind of shift can feel heavy or uncertain, it's also liberating. Think of this as your soul gently tapping you on the shoulder, asking, "Is this still for me?" If there's something in your life that's felt hollow lately, don't be afraid to explore what it would mean to release it. There's something waiting for you on the other side of that choice. Trust that inner knowing. Following this, we're met with the Ace of Wands, a burst of new, creative energy. This card is like a spark. It doesn't necessarily give you the entire map, but it lights a fire that can guide you forward. The Ace of Wands invites inspiration, possibility, and the beginning of something exciting. Maybe you've had an idea simmering on the back burner. Maybe there's something you've wanted to create, try, or pursue, but haven't quite given yourself permission to begin. This card is your green light. What would it look like to say yes to your own passion today? Even in the smallest way, writing one paragraph, making that phone call, sketching out a dream, every spark counts. Don't underestimate how powerful a first step can be. Our next card is the Ten of Pentacles, and this is such a grounding presence. It brings in themes of legacy, long-term stability, and support systems. It reminds you that what you're building now doesn't just serve the moment, it's contributing to something lasting. Whether you've been thinking about financial goals, family dynamics, or the kind of life you want to create long-term, this card encourages you to look at the bigger picture. What kind of foundation are you building? Who do you want standing beside you in that vision? And what traditions or values do you want to carry forward or let go of? It's a beautiful invitation to connect with your roots while also making conscious choices about what you're growing toward. There's no rush here. Just the reminder that your efforts are creating something meaningful, piece by piece. Next, we draw the Queen of Cups, a deeply compassionate and intuitive energy. She's emotionally wise, empathetic, and knows how to hold space for herself and for others. Today, this card might be nudging you to check in with your emotional body. How are you really feeling beneath the surface? Is there a part of you that needs a little more gentleness, a little more attention? The Queen of Cups encourages emotional honesty, not as a performance but as a form of healing. And if you've been that steady support for others lately, this is your reminder that you deserve that softness in return. Let today be a day where you lean into emotional balance, whether that means setting a boundary, journaling, spending quiet time with someone who feels like home, or simply allowing yourself to feel what you feel without judgment. There's strength in softness. And finally, we close with the Six of Wands, a card of recognition, success, and rising confidence. This card is the moment you realize, yes, I am making progress. I am being seen. Even if the applause hasn't been loud, someone is noticing. You might receive encouragement or praise today, or you might simply have a personal win that affirms you're on the right track. Either way, this card encourages you to own it. You don't need to downplay your growth to make others comfortable. You've earned this moment. Celebrate the victories, big or small. You've come through so much, and you're still here, still showing up, still believing in better. That matters. So as we look at these 5 cards, the 8 of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the 10 of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the 6 of Wands, we see a beautiful unfolding. Letting go of what no longer serves. Welcoming in new passion. Building long-term stability. Honoring emotional wisdom. And standing tall in your wins. It's a reminder that this journey you're on is layered, sacred, and yours alone. There's no one right way to move forward. But when you choose to stay present, to stay honest, and to follow the thread of what lights you up, that's when everything begins to shift.